This Ah-Un meditation is a practice of awareness, of intention, and of energy. So it helps to be sitting up or indeed standing up when we do this practice, so either is fine. And we're going to be using a breath and a sound at the same time. Now, the sound is a little bit weird in terms of our usual sounds that we make, so if you're worried about other people around you or being too loud or appearing too weird, then make a quiet sound or perhaps just reduce the volume right down. So the in-breath is going to sound like this. So it's a little bit like a gasp. It's short and sharp, and we draw the breath in. Now what happens with a gasp is that the breath tends to go up into the top of the chest, and actually the belly goes in, the chest expands. But we're going to try and avoid that by keeping the chest really relaxed and feel the breath coming into the belly. So we breathe in and the belly expands. Then we're going to maintain relaxation in the chest, things are sinking, and on the out breath we make a sound like this. So long, slow out breath with that deep resonant sound just for your voice. Now as we come to the end of the breath and we keep on making the sound and we're keeping on breathing out, then the belly will start to really squeeze in, and this comes to the sort of central part of this practice. The belly is squeezing in, the energy, the intention, the awareness, and is moving into the center, into our belly, and we're kind of energizing the hara of the belly. So this is the point of this practice, to energize, to enliven, if you like, our hara. So we're going to take 3 breaths like this, focusing on the front of the body, and then we're going to move on to the sides and to the back of our hara. Now with the hands, there's a couple of options. You can have your hands resting on your belly, helping you to sense that expansion and that drawing in and the squeezing. Or if you like, alternatively, we can have the hands in front of the body, and as you breathe in, palms face up, rising up the front of the body. And as you breathe out, turn palms face down, and then breathing out, the hands just move downwards as you breathe out. So either one of those works fine. So let's just do one as a practice together, and then we'll come into the full practice afterwards. Okay, so we do our gasp. We close the mouth, relaxing the chest. And then just breathing normally. So that's how it goes. As I say, 3 breaths focusing on the front of the body. So let's start together. Closing the mouth. And then we can just relax and breathe normally, just a few breaths. So we're going to focus our awareness now on the sides of the belly, sides of your hara. So the belly can move in and out at the front, but it also moves in the side, and then we're going to move around afterwards and look at the back of the belly. So maybe it's helpful to move your hands onto the waist, onto the side of your belly. Or alternatively, we can just have the hands out to the side of your body, and again, as you breathe in, palm face up, rising up, and then turn palm face down and then breathing out, lowering the hands on both sides. So either one of those is fine. Now, the added extra here, if you wish, if it works for you, or if you can add that to your awareness, is that we're going to breathe in with this gasp, keeping the chest relaxed, belly expands. Now, as you breathe out, we can lift a little bit in the pelvic floor, in the perineum. So we're squeezing in from the front and down from the top, that's the diaphragm, and then we're also lifting up from below, so the pelvic floor, to create this very strong container, this contraction or drawing in of the energy into the hara. Okay, so considering the sides of the body, we'll do 3 breaths. When you're ready. Closing the mouth. And then relaxing the breath, breathing normally, noticing how it feels in your belly. Some people feel a sense of heat or kind of centering, building, charging up. Sometimes it's a sense of weight. Sometimes a sense of spaciousness. Sometimes it's very difficult to feel anything at all, and then we're just open to what might be. So now we're going to bring our attention around to the back of the belly, the lower back. So we can bring the hands around to your lower back just to bring attention there, awareness into your lower back. Now, the movement in your lower back is much less than in the waist and certainly in the belly at the front. But nevertheless, there is movement with the breath in the lower back. So we're just going to concentrate our awareness here, and either with the hands flat on your lower back as we breathe, or if you like, we can take the hands out to the side as before, except taking the elbows backwards, okay? So that helps to bring attention around to the back of the body. And then as we breathe in, hands lift, and as we breathe out, hands lower. But this time the elbows are reaching backwards. So either the hands flat on your back or out to the side. 3 breaths. Mouth closed. Lifting pelvic floor if you like. One more. Now concentrating everything into the center of your belly, squeezing in. And then relax, breathing normally. Awareness really focused in the center of the hara. This area really charged up, really concentrated now. And we can sit here for as long as you like, really appreciating what it feels like in the belly, the sense of our mind, our whole body, our energy centered in the belly, centered in the geometrical center of the body, in fact. This is a great practice to do before any kind of stressful event, as we've been mentioning in the podcast, kind of leading up to doing something a bit nerve-wracking or helping us to find grounding, helping us to find that presence and that real sense of embodiment in the hara.